Hello, welcome to Ultrawide Gaming. This is the episode 2 of the series about Factorio game, a tutorial in which I'm trying to explain how I play this game. In first episode, we created some machines powered by coal to extract iron, copper, and coal itself. Then we did electricity and started the first science process. It looks like optics finished, so I'm pressing T key to enter the menu for research. While the game is paused, I'm gonna talk about the fact that the little image which shows myself is vastly improved from previous episode. And that is because a little piece of equipment arrived in the mail yesterday. The Elgato Camlink 4K gadget, a USB gadget, that captures the image from any digital camera or source of video based on HDMI and then converts it into a protocol compatible with any webcam. So now I'm using my Panasonic mirrorless camera as a webcam and it looks so much better. It's just the first day that I'm using this, but I already love the way it looks and works. First of all, it has full HD capability, much better than my previous quite old webcam, but also 4K. The full HD is up to 60 Hz, which matches the game frame rate, the Factorio game frame rate. And the 4K is just 30 Hz, and I'm probably going to use that one for full screen shots. But now, while I'm just in the corner, I'm just gonna leave it on full HD 60 Hz. So, getting back to Factorio. First thing first, I'm going to expand the drilling area because just 4 smelters are not enough to provide enough ore to expand the base. So let's see what we have here. Oh, and it ran out of coal as well. Fortunately, we have some. So I'm putting 285 in each. And checking how many smelters we have. 11. Probably going to need a few more. So I'm going to grab some stone from here. Sufficient, 70 more. So what I'm going to do is make a line here and craft a few more of these burner drills from all the iron that we have. What I'm going to do is put some on this side. Yeah, I have to wait a bit until they finish. No problem. Let's just hope we're not getting attacked. And it seems we have a bit of room still. The pollution has not reached the enemies. So it is all good. A few coal here. A few coal in the smelters. I will rotate this so it puts the iron in the smelters below. Why am I using 2 drills for each smelter? The reason for that is the smelters are actually faster than the drills. A drill, especially one of these coal powered drill, are not extracting iron from the ground very fast. So the stone furnace or smelter is waiting for iron and not working full time. However, if I put 2 of them on both sides, they are going to work much faster and my supply of iron plate is increasing rapidly. At the same time, I should not forget to grab more coal from here and also increase the number of iron extractors a bit more. Let's say up to 5. We have 4 more. Put 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about it. Orient this one, and now they make a nice chain. Okay, yeah, this area is not defended, so if we're getting an attack from the south where we haven't explored yet, it will be a problem. So let me craft 2 more gun turrets, place one here, put some bullets inside, and we should be fine. Okay, with all the iron that we have now and the copper from here, we're gonna extend our machines. Oh, I forgot to start science. Silly me. Let's go with logistics. This one is useful because it allows more types of belts to be created. What I'm going to do is create some helper machines so I don't have to handcraft so many items. So I will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assemblers and place them somewhere around the area where I have electricity. For example, here. Oh, I'm out of poles. No problem, let's chop a bit more wood and create poles. Power poles. That should be enough. So one machine goes here, and another one, and another one. I'm just placing them in an arbitrary location, not trying to arrange them in a special way, because these machines will not only process materials, but also store them. When placing a full stack, like 100 iron plates in a machine, it will process that entire stack to whatever the machine is set for. So I'm gonna use this one for iron gears, this one also for iron gears, this one for copper cable, which is useful for a lot of things, especially electronics. Then one for pipes and one for ammo, because we are sure going to get visited by our unfriendly neighbors soon. Let's grab a bit more coal. And with all the copper and all the iron that we have, I will place 50 iron here, 50 iron here, 50 here, and the rest for ammo. And as you can see now, all these machines are working. And this one is creating iron gears until the supply of plates is finished. So I don't have to do all these gears by myself. I can just pick them up. They are now in my inventory. And the next machine that I'm going to create will use the gears that were crafted by this. Of course, right now, because I'm explaining, things are going a bit slower than usual. But when playing the game in an intense way, this is going to be really necessary, because it's really difficult to handcraft everything. So we have more iron. Let's put another 50, another 50. Take this. I forgot to put copper. Okay, no problem. We have 50 pipes. We have 25 bullets. Remember how slow the bullets were crafting? Just 1 per second. Now all of them happened inside the machine and we don't have to do them manually. Okay, with the new supply of gears and pipes and iron plates, we can create more steam machines. I'm going to do 4 more and 2 boilers. Why 2 boilers and 4 machines? Well, because power production is being done with a certain ratio. Right now I've put just 1 steam engine per boiler, but actually 1 boiler can do 2 steam engines. So if I take this and put it here, they are actually transferring the steam through them into the second one. So of course they need power poles as well to provide the electricity, and as you can see, these are all working. If I'm looking at the statistics for one of the steam machines, which are on the right side here, it says it produces 60 steam per second when working at maximum capacity, but a steam engine is only consuming 30 steam per second, as you can see on the screen. So that's why I can use two of them. What do I have? Two steam engines, two boilers. We can make two more steam engines. Put 1, 2, another group of 4, and not forget to connect this. This is a very common mistake that happens, forgetting to connect the pipes between the machines, and then of course nothing happens. Let's feed all of this with coal, and now we should have a lot of electricity available to expand. We can actually check how much electricity we have by clicking on one of the power poles. This one here, for example, shows that we can produce a maximum of 7.2 megawatts of power. But of course, we're only consuming very little right now because nothing is being made. However, when we're starting to produce things and automate things, all of this electricity will be consumed, and this bar, which is now completely to the left because nothing is being consumed, will go up rather quickly. Okay, let's place one more turret just to be on the safe side. Drop some ammo. And our last turret here to defend the left side of the power station. Okay, this with 3 turrets should be pretty safe. If you look at the screen now when I'm hovering over a turret, it shows a circle around, which is pretty large. This is the range of the gun. So it literally covers the other 2 turrets on the side. So if enemies come and attack each one of the turrets, the other 2 turrets can also help with defending this area. So this place is pretty secure, and I filled it with coal, and I think we do not need to babysit electricity for a while, at least until the factory grows. Okay, let's see what's next. We have coal, we have electricity, we have some iron, not a lot, but sufficient. We have gears and pipes and ammo, and I can get all of this out with a single control and then dragging my mouse cursor over all the machines. I can also fill it this way. For example, if I keep all the iron, press Ctrl and drag over all the machines, it will instantly fill all of them with iron. Let's take a look. This one has 90 iron plates in it and decreasing because they are being converted into pipes. I will take the iron right now out because I don't need any more pipes. I have enough. I made my electricity area, so let's not consume iron plates for things which are not necessary. However, the gears are really useful. This one needs to be filled with copper plates as well. Okay, so now that we have enough materials, let's carry on building. What I'm going to do next is set up this research to be automated by using a chest containing plates. So this cog, instead of feeding just a single assembler of red science, it will feed 3 of them. So let's make a few machines. 1, 2. See how fast they were built now, because instead of having to craft all the components myself, I have copper cable, I have cogs. It went much faster than trying to build everything in the machine myself. So I'm gonna place this one here, copy the plan, and now we have 3 of these. We'll remove this one because it's not necessary anymore, and I will move the lab. One goes here. I will move this one as well just to look a bit better. One here, one here. Why am I using 3 red science or automation science with just one single cog machine? Well, the reason is pretty simple. Because cogs are produced much faster than the automation science. So instead of having one assembler machine with cogs for each, I can use the same assembler machine for all. So let's put some inserters. One goes to this one goes to this one, and one goes to this one. And of course, no, whoops. Get the produced science into all the laboratories. Of course, we need power for everything, so let's not forget to put power poles so the blue area covers this entire contraption. Make sure there are copper plates placed in each one. And what do you know? The cog machine is now putting cogs into all of them in succession. This one doesn't seem to be working for some reason. Or will it? Let's wait a bit and see what happens. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's place the... yeah, I understand why. The automation science pack is full already. We need to start science and consume. And I will do steel processing now. Another step in this automation is feeding this machine with iron in an automated way. Instead of me having to come here every time and put iron plates in the cog machine, I will instead craft a few chests. Put a chest here, put one of these inserters or robot arms, and then, well, obviously I need a bit more plates since they run out, and put 1, 2, 3 sets or stacks of iron plates. Now the cogs will be produced from this plate here and being fed into the machines, which then go to the laboratories, and everything happens automatically. I don't need to keep coming here to feed iron, which is consumed pretty fast since this single machine is producing cogs for all 3. I will only need to come here and place more copper plates, but this ran out much slower, so it's all good. Let's use the excess resources for a few more turrets to make sure we are safe. Don't forget to feed all the extractors with coal so they don't stop working. Grab the resources and get the copper and the coal. In the meantime, I think we have some extra stone, which is, wow, quite a lot. I've been talking a long time already. The game is progressing faster than I can explain it, but that's of course usual. So next step would be to automate mining without having to put coal in the burners, and for that we need to craft some electric mining drills, but these are kinds of expensive. They need 10 iron plates, 5 iron gears, a lot of electronic circuits as well, so it will take some time. Let's make sure that we have all these ingredients: iron plates, and copper plates, and see, this one was empty. I can now start crafting some electronics, which go really fast because I already have copper cables and iron plates ready, so I don't have to craft all the intermediary products due to these helper machines. So with all these new resources and the automated science, we can focus on the automation of mining and smelting. And that will happen on just a moment. Getting steel axe. Yeah, steel is good. And I will explain in episode number 4 what is steel used for. Right now it's not very necessary in the beginning of the game. However, the steel axe is allowing me to chop trees and get rocks on the ground quicker. So it will be a useful science. We got all this stone. Wow, that's a lot. So let's craft many more stone furnaces. We will have around 20 plus 25, around 40 of them. What am I going to do with this? Well, I'm gonna make a smelter block. This is an area dedicated to smelting, just like this one, but instead of being on the iron patch, it is outside it in its own space. So I'm going to place 3, 6, and then leave a space of 3 slots. So those are 2 slots and another one here, and place more. Right now we have 12 of this. Let's copy this by creating another identical area of 12 stone smelters. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then drag build those. This is a very interesting of Factorio. You can move while placing things down, and they will keep getting placed as the cursor goes to a new empty space. This is very useful for the next thing which I'm going to build. That is belts. Belts transport materials from one place to another, and we can make, with the resources that we have, about 100 of them. They take iron gears and plates, and now you see why it was so important to craft iron gears separately in those assemblers. Because if not, I would have first to craft the gear, then craft the transport belt. So I'm going to right click a few times on this one. As you can see, the plates and the cogs get consumed, and my number of transport belts increase rather quickly. Getting more iron, getting the cogs. Let's put some ammo in here because it's nice to have 85 ammo. By the way, I'm still using the pistol. That is not so good. The pistol is not very efficient in stopping biters or the enemy. So what I'm going to do is craft a submachine gun for myself after all those belts are finished. And that will be much better to use for defense, as it can take out one initial enemy. You will see what they are. They are really aggressive and pretty ugly, but that's what they're supposed to be frightening. They are not fluffy bunnies for sure. Joke, haha. Okay, so we've put all this stone furnaces here, or smelters, and between them I'm gonna place belts. You've noticed I open the character and crafting window every time I'm trying to place something on the ground. There is another way. When I pick up an item from my inventory, I can place it here in the hotbar. So I'm gonna do this with the belts. The next time I want to use belts, instead of having to open the inventory and just find it there between all the other things that I have, I can just press the key 1 and there it is. I have the belt under my cursor. Some items which are under the cursor can be rotated before being placed. Right now the belt is facing right, but I want it to face left, so this belt will transfer the iron from the field and into my smelter area. So I'm gonna press the R key twice and now it is oriented to the left. And what do you know? By running and keeping my my mouse button pressed, the entire belt is created in a single motion in the direction of the building, of the running, or it can be done in the reverse. I can build it like this, or I can build it like this. Doesn't matter, as long as the item under the cursor is facing the orientation which I'm interested in. So why am I placing this on both the center and on the sides? Well, quite simple. I'm going to use inserters like these ones, which I need to craft a bit more. So let's see if we have resources. That's it, we ran out of cogs. Let's grab more and place the plates here. Get the gears which are there. Oh, we ran out of gears. See, that's why important to keep making them in the helper area, because they are running out. A lot of the items use gears and even more items use electronics, so make sure you have a good supply of them so you don't have to keep crafting and grabbing resources all the time while trying to complete a project like this smelter area. So now we have sufficient inserters and I'm gonna place 2 of them here, 2 of them here. I can also do this with one single motion of my hand by keeping the mouse button down and just, oh, there they are. See, they are wanting a bit of the action. So let's place some turrets here and put ammo in them, just to make sure this doesn't happen while we are busy doing something else somewhere. And one more turret here. And let's move the ammo to the submachine gun and pressing tab key to switch to the submachine gun. The pistol is not needed now, but I'm going to leave it there. Some extra ammo. These are running out of coal rather quickly. So anyway, I'm gonna continue this, placing inserters in this pattern with one move of my cursor and then pressing R key to rotate this in the opposing direction. So now the bottom ones are facing up. This, and I'm done. But of course, these are electric. The inserters are electric. There are inserters which are not electric, the burner inserter, but instead they consume coal. Unfortunately, these are very, very slow, so I don't use them. I'd rather go to electricity as quick as possible and then use electric inserters. We also need some power poles. Let's craft a few more to make sure all this structure has electricity. So I'm gonna place one here, and one here, and continue with the same pattern throughout the entire area. And that's about it. Of course, this needs to be connected to the power grid. So I am going to place poles here. Stillax finished. Let's build electronics. This is useful. Electronics is one of the early sciences which require quite a lot more science packs than the previous ones. it is 30 science packs, each one taking 15 seconds. This actually increases through the game. Sciences get more and more complicated. They require combinations of science packs, which are longer and a lot more of them. So this little setup which I have here with just 3 inserters is not going to be enough. It is just a temporary structure to get us started with the first few basic sciences, but as soon as what I'm constructing here is finished, I'm going to demolish this area, pick up all the items here, and then place the laboratories somewhere else. But let's start electronics, which will work with this, and continue with the little project that we have here. Well, little. It is little, but it's bigger than everything else we have so far. Let's grab more of this. Let's grab more coal. Make sure we have copper. Put iron here. Grab the existing cogs. Nice supply of cogs, 100. Good. So, next step. Putting some coal in this, but as I will show later, it is possible to get coal inside in an automated way by having these transport belts transport coal as well. You will see this soon, but until then, I will just fill them manually as before. Keep the Z key pressed and just put some pieces of coal inside. Not much, just enough to get the furnaces started. Then the next step is to create a line of belts which comes from here, from the smelter area, and into the automated smelter. So I am going to rotate this downwards. Perhaps place 2 more. 1, 2. Pick them from here and place them here. Make sure they have coal inside. And then use 1 key. Get the belt from their exit points all the way out of the smelter, all the way out of the iron field and into the smelter area. I'm gonna put this towards here. So now, as you can see, all the little iron patches travel on the belt as they exit the miners. They get into here, they get picked up by the robotic arms into the smelters. Out of the smelters come the iron plates and then on the belt. Welcome to Factorio. We're automating everything. Of course, this will grow in complexity by dividing this belt into 2 using one of these, which I haven't made yet, but I will in the next episode. And also getting coal with a second belt from this area all the way here. So this entire structure of smelters is functioning completely automated without me having to insert coal or iron in them. They will simply work. Anyway, that's about it for now. I hope everything is clear so far. Let's remove this. They are not needed anymore. And you understand the basics of starting up your Factorio production. Thank you for watching, and until the next time. Have fun. Bye.